Welcome everyone. This is my first real video that I've been able to do over the last 4 or 5 days since after the blog post that I did on Friday evening or Friday afternoon or whatever it was. I have been away. I spent some time with my family this weekend, and there were some videos that came out on my channel, but they were stuff that I recorded previously. So this is the first video that's actually come out since I've come back home this week, and we're starting off with Red Star Orbs for Omega Red. Now, I know that this is a day or so old now. I was actually really surprised that he came out in the Red Star Orbs this soon, because previously, for events like Adam Warlock, Jubilee, the other legendary characters, they never came out on the Red Star Orbs until the day of their event. Now, what's interesting is we also saw a data mine suggesting that the actual patch 5.8 is going to be next week as well, during Omega Red. So if that's the case, that would explain why Omega Red came out early for his Red Star Orbs, because, you know, if we get another patch basically while Omega Red's event is ongoing, then that means we're going to see one of those new characters also be in the Red Stars next week. So if that's the case, we know exactly why. So today's video is going to be all about Omega Red. We're going to be talking about that as we do the polls. You know, I have heard that you actually, you kind of don't want to get too high Red Stars for Omega Red, which is kind of crazy. People have been telling me that content creator McMole, he told people that basically if you're going up against Heroes for Hire, Misty Knight, it might target your Omega Red if he's too powerful. So some people are suggesting not to get too high Red Stars on Omega Red. That being said, I still want to get Omega Red's power up, you know, a decent chunk. I do want to get good Red Star pulls if I can, because I do want to know what he's capable of standalone, not necessarily just in the combination of Weapon X versus Heroes for Hire, but just kind of more things that you can do with him in the team, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for my main account and for my partner's account, because we'll be getting them unlocked there. So we'll be doing another triple orb opening for all three accounts. We're going to start with my baby account. That's probably going to be short and sweet. Not really planning on getting Omega Red unlocked on that account, but I want to see what we get anyways. Secondly will be for my main account, and then thirdly will be for my partner's account. So we're going to be doing that like we do for every Red Star orb opening, or what we've done lately. So without further ado, let's get this orb opening started. Alright, so let's get started with account number 1. This is my baby account. We don't have as many Red Star Orbs to pull on this as we do on some of the others. We have 36 regular Red Star Orbs, an Elite 4, and an Elite... Actually, we have an Elite 6. You know what? Why not? Why not, right? I'm not going to get Omega Red unlocked on this account, but, you know, why not? Let's do the Elite 6 and see what we get. So we're gonna do everything. Hopefully, if we do get a 4, if we end up going back to the regular orbs when we get a 4, I'll probably stay there, but I will do my best to try and get at least a 5 or higher on all of my accounts where possible. So let's get this big one started. I haven't opened up Elite 6s in forever, and I got some Elite 6s from my main account as well. So let's get this party started. Ooh, gold 7! Crossbones. A 7 Red Star Crossbones. That was horrific. For my baby account. I don't know when I'll ever use that. It was more than a 6. That could have been really good, but it was not. Let's go for the 5. Alright, let's go. And it's a 5 Omega Red, so that's great. So once I do unlock him one day on this account, I'm hoping, you know, actually, I'm kind of hoping that I might get it on the second pass. I think that's very likely, even for this account, because the requirements, I think the hardest for my baby account will actually be Nick Fury and not the Secret Avengers, because I played, you know, this account mainly through the Secret Avengers patch, and so I have them at like 3 to 4 star already. So I think in 3 months' time, or 3.5 months' time, I'll be ready for that. So that was quick and painless for that. I still had an Elite 4. I'm not going to bother pulling for that, obviously. So let's jump on over to my main account, where things are really going to matter. Okay, so this is where I'm really concerned, because now that I got a 5 Red Star pull on my baby account, part of me wonders whether or not this is actually going to happen on my main account. So we have 80 regular Red Star Orbs. We have a lot here, actually. We have 4 Elite 4s, 1 Elite 5, but we have 3 Elite 6s. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in on all the 6s, because I say that I only ever open Elite 6s when it comes to legendary events. These happen roughly every 3 to 4 months. Actually, probably every 4 months for a brand new legendary. So we're going to do that for this one here. We're going to pull as many as we can until we actually get him, and then we're going to go down the way. We're going to blow all my elites and see if we can get at least a 5 or higher as well on this account. So let's do this once again. And I do want to say, despite what people have said about Omega Red, I still want to get a good drop. And that was a good drop. I do also want to say that I accidentally pulled 1 red star orb by accident while I was away, just to test the drop, and I did get a 3. That's why you're seeing that on the screen now. I didn't pull that many. I just pulled the 1. I got a 3, and I got a 6. So these were been really short and sweet. Now we're gonna find. I'm not gonna get a 6 yellow Omega Red. I'm probably only gonna get a 5. I haven't spent any money. And that being said, that's really good because I have managed to get a free-to-play unlock because I didn't spend any money on these characters. So that's nice. But I'm not gonna get that 6 realized probably until the second pass, realistically. So, hey, that's really, really good. I haven't really. That still leaves me with almost 3 Elite 6s that I'm not going to pull, and I don't know, I guess we'll see, when the next characters come out in the patches. If there's a character, maybe a campaign event character that looks really, really nice, maybe I'll pull the Elite 6, if he looks really OP, or they look really OP, we'll wait and see. But I guess this goes back into the bank, and we have all of these other orbs that are also going to be banked because there's no reason to open it right now. So, let's jump on over to my third and final account, my partner's account. We're going to pull red stars for that, for Omega Red. And then we're going to talk about exactly what's going on with Omega Red versus Heroes for Hire, and why this really matters when it comes to red star orbs. So let's jump on over to account number 3. Okay, now, on the other hand, my partner's account has a ton of red star orbs, at least regular red star orbs. We have 112 red star orbs. I've actually so many, there was more than that. There was like 130 at some time, that I was able to pull some for dark credits, just for shits and giggles. So, we have 112 regular orbs. We have a Elite 4, we have 2 Elite 5s, and 2 Elite 6s. So as per usual, because of the legendary unlocks, we are going to go straight to the Elite 6. And the reason why I do this also, and why I save Elite 6s typically for legendary events, is that you unlock them. You're guaranteed to unlock them at 5 yellow stars. So that makes your Elite 5 and your Elite 6 a good investment because you're going to get that. So you're going to get the yellow stars. Now, whether or not we get the red stars 3 times in a row, let's see. That would be the ultimate test of luck, won't it? So we got a 5 on my baby account. We got a 6 on my main account. Are we gonna replicate this again? Let's find out. Let's go, shall we? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and is a gold, of course, and is a graviton. Okay, so that was not Omega Red. That is an upgrade from 4 to 6. However, it's not Omega Red. We got 1 more to go. I don't know if that, maybe one day, if MODOK comes out, that Graviton might be useful. My main account actually also has a 6 red Graviton, so let's see, though. 1 more orb. 1 more. And we get a 6 Omega Red! I cannot believe it! Our luck! 566. Wow. This has been absolutely stellar luck. 2 accounts, 2 Elite 6s on this one, 1 Elite 6 on my main account, and boom, bada bing. I can't believe it. On a legendary release, 3 accounts, 3 really good drops, and wow, yeah, that's it. That's the cookie crumbles. That's how the cookie crumbles. What I want to talk about next, though, is exactly what's going on with Omega Red with regards to Heroes for Hire. Okay, and so the reason why, we were talking about why this is a problem for Omega Red to potentially have high red stars, and it's because of Misty Knight's kit. So you guys may or may not be familiar with the full breadth of Misty Knight's kit, but on War Defense, so her ultimate, which obviously starts to full because everyone gets full energy on Heroes for Hire, on War Defense, Armed Response, her ultimate, this attack targets the enemy with the highest health instead of the primary target, ignoring taunt and stealth. Gain 5,000% extra focus for this, and it applies ability block and disrupted. So this is most likely going to be Omega Red, and the reason for this is his hit points is extremely high. Let's jump on over to Omega Red. This is Omega Red's stat window here for MSF.GG. Now this is using Gear Tier 15, level 85, 7 yellow, 7 red. We could recalculate this down a little bit, I think, to like 5 yellow, 5 red if we hit that button there, and that brings it down. But you can see how, like, basically the health is still about 600k. Now, this is 7775. We can see, you know, even just one extra red star, one yellow and red star. That jumps it, you know, from 600k to 680k. You know, so these are some pretty high values. Let's go with 5 yellow, 5 red, though. 600k, honestly, I don't know if any of my Weapon X members, I don't think they do, have that kind of health numbers. And the reason why Omega Red gets so much health, I believe, is passive. I'm not an expert on Omega Red's kit, I'll be honest, but he does gain 50% max health on his passive. And the problem is that only, I was gonna say it only goes to him, but it doesn't. It also goes to the Weapon X allies. That being said, Omega Red is a very new character, and he has a lot of health. So if you compare his health to, say, I don't know, Sabretooth, other characters on Weapon X that might have higher values. I mean, let's check that out. I should have had them loaded up, but let's take a look anyways. So Sabretooth, I think has more hit points than Wolverine. So let's check him out at like a gear tier 15 sort of. You can get a set. Let's do 7 yellow, 5 red, because I think that's very plausible here. He has been available for some time, so getting 7 yellow shouldn't be a problem. Let's calculate that power here, and you can see how his health is only about 467k. That's still not higher than Omega Red. Like, I don't know at what point you would have to, like, 7 yellow, 7 red. You still don't get enough. So you can see here where that becomes a bit of an issue. Now, if you drop Omega Red down, I don't know why it has 7. Let's bring him down to 5 yellow, 4 red. Can we do that? So that brings his health total down to 540k. Sabretooth is 545 at 7 yellow, 7 red. That being said, actually, I forgot that I realized that didn't count Omega Red's 50% health passive. So realistically, let's go back down to 7 yellow, 5 red, sorry. And that would bring you about 467k. 50% on top of that obviously would bring him up to what, like almost 700k actually at that point. So it's possible that he would have more than that. So let's go back then to 5 yellow, 5 red. We'll have to see. I actually have a gear tier 15 Sabretooth who is 7 yellow, 5 red. And so we'll see. With my Omega Red that's likely to be 5 yellow, 5 red, I'll probably bring him up to gear tier 15, which means he's going to have about 600k hit points. The Sabretooth with the passive from Omega Red should have more than Omega Red and be able to go against this Misty Knight. So that being said, if I were to use the full team with Omega Red, 5 yellow, 5 red at gear tier 15 and level 85, that realistically my Sabretooth should probably get hit by this rather than him. But I just wanted to lay this out for you guys. This is apparently the biggest concern. But for me, when it comes to building up Omega Red, I'm not doing this simply just to beat Heroes for Hire. I am doing this for more of a wider benefit, to see what good he is, where else can I use him, these kind of things. Because, I care about characters as a standalone use, just like Doc Ock, characters like that. Not necessarily with their team. You'll probably see some videos out next week with me using this team once I get them all built up to a reasonable rate. I will say right now, I probably don't plan on building Lady Deathstrike and Silver Samurai very high, not like gear tier 14 level high, but I do hope that if I build Omega Red high enough, and with my Sabretooth, who I already have a gear tier 15, that, I can reasonably take out 400, 500k heroes or higher. That's my goal, but we'll find out as the event comes next Monday for Omega Red, and as I get this team up and running and being able to practice with them. That would be great. Maybe for next week's War Wednesday, I realized that I'm skipping it out right this time because I didn't have any time to do videos for that as I was away the last 4 or 5 days. So, some of the videos coming up, we're going to be talking more about Sharon Carter's release in the Raid store, and I'm going to be doing some orb openings and math and stuff and statistics on that, opening up lots of Raid orbs for Sharon Carter, and then we're going to be doing another video about math in general, about farming for Omega Red. I know it's kind of soon, but we still have about 10 or 11 days left until the end of the event, and I will be putting out a math spreadsheet in relation to that for some of you late farmers who want to get more prepared for Omega Red, who still might have a chance. So if you haven't been farming for your Secret Avengers characters, make sure that you've been doing that for now as well. Keep doing that, coring if you need to, and perhaps you will get Omega Red. Hopefully I will as well. So until next video, stay safe and healthy, and I will see you all later. Boilon signing out.